Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Group 9 Leadership Course. The Honorable Mrs. Rizky Firdausi Rahmadania SEMSM, the lecturer of Leadership Course. And today we will explain about behavioral leadership analysis. Next. Okay, let me introduce my member. The first one is Adinda, second one is Atika, and the last one is me. Okay, for the first material will be explained by Adinda.
Okay, the first material of behavioral leadership introduction. Definition of behavioral leadership. Behavioral leadership can be defined as an approach that studies what leaders do, their behavior rather than who they are, innate characteristics or traits. In this approach, leaders are taught to learn and develop effective behaviors, meaning that leadership behaviors can be learned and changed. Next. The next of important of understanding leader behavior in an organizational context. Understanding leader behavior is important because affects team productivity. Good behavior can increase team members' motivation and performance, while bad behavior can cause stress and decrease productivity. Next, shaping organizational culture. Leaders play a major role in shaping organizational culture through their day-to-day behavior. If a leader demonstrates trust, integrity, and support to the team members are likely to emulate that behavior. Next, increase job satisfaction. Leaders who have a behavioral style that cares about the well-being of the members can increase job satisfaction and team loyalty. The last one, dealing with problems and conflict. Leaders who understand their behavior can be more effective in handling conflict or issues that arise within a team or organization. Next. The next behavioral leadership theory. Behavioral leadership theory were born of research aimed at understanding the action taken by leaders in various situations, especially in the work and environment. This theory is divided into three. One, Ohio State leadership theory. Classify leader behavior into two categories, consideration dimension and initiating. Two, Michigan leadership theory. Classify leader behavior into two categories. One, task-oriented leader, focus on efficiency and target achievement. Two, relationship-oriented leader, focus on interpersonal relationship and team member satisfaction. And the last one is managerial grid theory. This model describes leadership based on two dimensions. One, concern for productivity. Two, concern for people relationship. Okay. The next part will be explained by Atika.
Okay, but next. The next part is leadership style in the behavioral approach. In the behavioral approach, there are several common leadership styles applied by leaders based on how they interact with teams and direct tasks. Here are the three main leadership styles. The first one is autocratic leadership. The leaders make decisions without considering inputs from team members. This style is effective in situations that require quick decisions or strict structures, but can reduce creativity and team engagement. Next is democratic leadership. The leader involves team members in decision making. Although it takes more time to make decisions, it is effective in increasing creativity and job satisfaction. The last one is laissez-faire leadership. The leader gives full freedom to team members in accomplishing tasks. This style provides high autonomy and it's suitable for highly skilled or creative teams, but if applied excessively, it can lead to a lack of directions and coordinations. Next. Okay, the next one is the influence of leader behavior on team performance. First is motivations and team engagement. Leader behaviors that support, provide positive feedback, and show concern for the well-being of team members can increase motivations. When team members feel valued, they are more motivated to give their best. Next is productivity and efficiency. Leaders who are organized and provide clear directions, as in an autocratic leadership style or task structures, can increase efficiency as team members know what is expected and how to complete tasks effectively. Next is job satisfaction. Leaders who care about interpersonal relationship, as in the democratic styles or consideration behavior of the Ohio State theory, can to increase job satisfaction. Team members who feel support and have a good relationship with the leader are more likely to stay and contribute more. The last one is team culture and collaboration. Leader behavior affect team culture, such as whether collaborations and innovation are encouraged or whether competition and pressure are imposed. Democratic or laissez-faire leaders usually create a more collaborative work environment. Next. Okay, next part is effective leader behavior. The first one is clear communication. Effective leaders communicate clearly and openly. Next is proper decision making. Make wise decisions and involve the team when necessary. Next is empathy. Understand and care about the needs of team members. And then proper delegation. Delegation tasks according to the capabilities of team members. And the last one is adaptive, able to adapt the leadership style to the situation at hand. For the next part will be explained by Nurul.
Okay, thank you, Atika. For the next part, we will talk about critiques and limitation of the behavioral leadership approach. So the behavioral leadership approach has some criticism and limitations despite its importance in studying leader behavior. Here are the main points. So we have 4 points. The first one is ignoring situational factors. This approach pay little attention to the specific context or situation that may affect the effectiveness of leaders' behavior. Not all behaviors work effectively in every situation. Second one is doesn't explain why certain behavior are effective. Behavioral theories focus more on what leaders do without explaining why certain behavior are effective under certain conditions. And the third one is lack of attention to personal characteristics. This approach ignores the leader's innate traits or personal characteristic, which may be important for leadership success in some cases. The last one is too general. Behavioral model are often too general and difficult to apply to all types of organizations or, or different cultures, especially in complex multinational environments. Behavioral approach provide important insight, but are effective when combined with other theories such as situational or contingency theories. Okay, the next one, we talk about application and implementation in organization. An understanding of behavioral leadership is important for developing effective leaders in organization. Here are some of the way in which behavioral leadership theory is applied and implemented in an organizational context. First one is training and development. Conduct training programs to develop effective leadership skills such as communication and decision making. Second one is leader behavior assessment. Using assessment tools such as the 390-degree feedback to evaluate and improve leader behavior. Third one is building a collaborative culture. Encourage a work culture that values engagement and collaboration with a democratic leadership style. The fourth one is particle application in teams. Apply various leadership style as per the needs of the situation to enhance team effectiveness. Next one is mentoring and coaching, facilitate mentoring relationships between experienced leaders and new leaders. The last one is behavior-based performance evaluation. Evaluation. Using evaluation criteria that focus on leadership behavior and performance appraisal. Okay. That's all from us. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys will understand what we explain about. And bye-bye.